Welcome to a new journey out west as my father and I embark on a 7-day adventure through a variety of diverse environments. We began our action-packed day at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Our final destination for this flight is Grand Junction, Colorado, in which we will begin a nearly 1,500-mile loop around Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, as well as portions of Arizona. This is by far our most aggressive itinerary we have ever planned before, but the journey will be broken up as we visit picturesque, quaint mountainside towns along the way. After our initial arrival in Grand Junction, we decided to grab a quick bite to eat and prepare for the over 2-hour drive to Moab, Utah, which would be our primary hub for the next 2 days of exploration. I would like to thank our rental car attendant at Grand Junction Airport for recommending Utah's State Route 128 en route to Moab, which is regarded as the Upper Colorado River Scenic Byway. This incredible 44-mile drive passes through canyons lined with red sandstone cliffs along the historic Colorado River. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a brand new travel series. Today we are at Grand Junction, Colorado, and we're going to start a brand new adventure out west. So currently we are going to hop in our beautiful Mazda vehicle here. As you can see, this is our rental here from Alamo. It's a really nice vehicle too. So this is a nice SUV that we're going to be taking on our entire journey out west. And today we're going to be driving to Moab, which is just over the state line, about an 1.5 to 2 hour drive. And as you can see, there's the airport in the background in Grand Junction. And then after we go on this little scenic drive, we're going to be visiting Arches National Park. So it's going to be a day full of adventures here out west. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's epic hiking adventure. All right, guys, my dad's already in here, as you could see.
Hi, welcome to Colorado.
Here's our nice Mazda here. Beautiful leather seats too. They're just
like a red color.
Like a nice burgundy red color. Sweet so vehicle. This vehicle is going to be our base of operations for this journey. We're going to get all packed up here and head out into the wilderness. Alright guys, so we are currently driving on Highway 128 west, and we're actually driving right towards Moab here. And as you can see, we're currently in like a rocky canyon over here, and the Colorado River is right on our left. So it's very beautiful over here. And we have just about, I believe, 45 minutes till we make it to our destination. Wow, this is beautiful here. Look at that. Huge rock formations. This kind of reminds me of driving like on our way to Glenwood Springs the last time. think of the drive so far?
Oh, it's amazing. This is place. The lady from the car rental place told us to take this route.
Wow, look at this, guys. So if you're traveling to Moab, I recommend skipping I-70 west and taking the scenic route on 128. Welcome everyone to our first roadside stop of our Wild West Adventure 2023, the Fisher Towers. And you can see the beautiful formations way off in the distance. Let's go check them out. Fisher Towers National Recreation Area is one of the most iconic geological stops in North America. The focal point of the scenery, featured in numerous movies including City Slickers 2, is the tall, layered rock formations scattered around the landscape. These formations were created 300 million years ago and have been gradually exposed through erosion. The tallest of the spires, regarded as the Titan, is the largest freestanding sandstone formation in the United States, towering over hikers at 900 feet tall. The names of the other towers include Echo, Cottontail, as well as Kingfisher. This destination is also popular amongst rock climbers due to its challenging routes and rewarding views. Alright guys, so we made it to the Fisher Towers parking lot, and I'm going to take a short hike up this hill here. Just beautiful place. These formations kind of remind me of the Hoodoo formations in Bryce Canyon. Wow, look at this. The layers of Fisher Towers are composed of soft, sedimentary rock. The colors differ depending on the amounts of iron they contain. The dark upper portions of the towers are composed of mainly sandstone. The middle to lower portion consist of mudstone and conglomerates. Over thousands of years, the soft rock weathered down to the spectacular shapes visible today. If you are a fan of hiking, the Fisher Towers offer a 2.2-mile one-way trail with 833 feet of elevation gain. The route is considered to be moderately challenging and begins at the west end of the parking lot. It continues along the base of the towers, climbing upwards until it reaches the end of a ridge overlooking several canyons that lie upon Onion Creek. Where the trail is less visible on smooth, slick rock cairns help guide visitors to the next portion of the hike. The trail contains unfenced drop-offs and traverses several gullies. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed Fisher Towers. That was really an amazing surprise. We were just driving along this road here and we noticed that it wasn't really a part of our itinerary too. So that's one of the amazing things about this road. And you'll also notice that there's Castle Rock over there in the distance, which is another unique rock formation. Look at that, you can see it over there. Very majestic. This entire drive kind of feels like Monument Valley. And currently we're almost at Moab. We only have about 19 miles to continue on 128. So we'll see you in Moab. Thank you all for watching the series premiere of another exhilarating journey out west. Next time we will check into the bustling city of Moab, the home of Arches National Park, which will be our next stop on this adventure. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more travel adventures coming soon.